The lights are shining on a Friday night in Boerne once again. Tonight, the Champion Chargers embark on their 2022 campaign as they host the United South Panthers in the season opener. On the Chargers Sports Network, welcome to Boerne BISD Stadium. Alongside Kerry Barboza, I'm Brant Freeman. Kerry, each team won 9 games a year ago, so after the good fortunes of 2021, each is now looking for a good start to 2022.
Yep, and in the Chargers' 9 wins was a win against Laredo United South last year in Laredo. So, you know, the Panthers are kind of looking for a little bit of payback here as they come to Boerne and take on the Chargers here at Boerne BISD Stadium.
This is year 10 now for head coach Keith Kaiser here at Champion High School. What are some of the storylines for his program coming into the season?
Well, I think he's established himself in the program as one of the most consistent 5A programs in the greater San Antonio area. As a matter of fact, when they redo the district alignments every 2 years, he has a hard time finding games. So he's had to play the Laredo schools. He's had to go to Eagle Pass because nobody in the greater San Antonio area, 5A or smaller, really wants to play him. Now, Judson Steele, they'll play him all day, but you know he wants teams about his size, and so he has a hard time finding them. So he's had to go to Laredo, and you know they're good competition, so he enjoys playing them.
Now, for United South, a district championship season a year ago, and with some key pieces back, these Panthers should provide quite the early season test for the Chargers.
Yeah, they got the running back Benavides, 1,600 yards. The quarterback Cisneros, 2,500 passing yards and 24 touchdowns. So, to me, that's the biggest position on the field. To me, that's the most important is that quarterback, and he brings back a lot of experience, and so he's going to really test that a Chargers secondary who's kind of young. You know, they're kind of some young guys out there, so they're going to get the first taste of Friday Night Lights as far as the speed of the game, and we'll see how it goes for them tonight.
First coin toss of the year won by the Panthers. They have deferred, so the Chargers will have the football first on offense. And these two did meet this past year, by the way, in Laredo, a 24-12 win for the Chargers on the road. Boerne Champion has won 3 straight season openers, including a thriller over San Antonio Stevens last year, 32-31.
Yeah, that Stevens, they've played Stevens when they could, and they've always tried to keep them on the schedule. They've had a good back and forth with that Stevens team, and it just didn't work out for them to play them this year. So, but, you know, Champion, they have spring drills, so they have their spring practice in May. So they can't start the first Monday in August. They have to get back a week, and they start the second Monday in August. So they only had 1 scrimmage, and that was last week against Churchill, and he graduated, Coach Kaiser graduated 19 starters from this team, and so he says we're all going to find out tonight what we look like. We're all going to find out at the same time. We're young, inexperienced in some areas, and so he says I asked him right before the game, how do you feel about how you guys are going to do tonight? He says I really don't know. It's just some questions they got, and they're going to probably get a lot of answers tonight.
Got a glimpse of Jose Coss on the opposing sidelines, the head coach for United South in his 5th season, and his team coming off a 9-4 finish to last year, although the Panthers did drop their season opener a year ago to Harlingen 35-10.
And then beat them in the playoffs, I think.
That's correct. Got revenge on the Cardinals in the postseason. David Diaz to kick off for United South. Brand new season of high school football is underway, and a short kick and fielded on the run. And the return man for the Chargers, Chase Reha, wrapped up short of the 35-yard line, or short of the 40 at the 36. Now we'll get a look at quarterback Jordan Ballin. Junior last year did get some playing time behind quarterback Carson Kaiser. And his first career start last year came against Laredo United and passed the ball pretty well. Better than 340 yards and 4 touchdowns in a Champion win. Operates on first down for the 36. It's a run for the Chargers on their first play of the season. Cole Reha, good for 3 yards.
And Rija is a guy who saw a lot of action last year when Alex Rodriguez got hurt. Just as you mentioned, Ballin saw some playing time when Carson Kaiser got hurt. Well, Rija also saw some time when Rija did, or when A-Rod got hurt. And Rija had a good game against Laredo last year.
Against United South, ran for $180 and a touchdown in Champions' 24-12 win. Lined up with Ballin in the backfield here on second down.
So I don't know what the stoppage is about at this point.
You see Coach Kaiser out talking to one of the officials and now calls for the team to come to the sideline. Well, Coach Kaiser is livid about something.
Yeah, I don't know what the call was.
This is not a team timeout here. This is an official's timeout. Coach Kaiser pointing back to the Panthers sideline, still talking to the crew as well. And like you, Kerry, just looking for answers right now.
Yeah, don't know exactly what the stoppage was about. They lined up for a second down, and they wouldn't let them snap the ball. I don't know if it was an equipment issue.
Did see Cannon Brooks, one of the Charger receivers, looking at his leg, maybe his socks or his shoes or something. Maybe this is equipment related. Whatever the case may be, the huddles break, and after whatever that was, here we go. Ballin, again the quarterback, came into the program as a wide receiver. Now the game's most important position. It's Rija, bouncing off defenders. Rija, good run for a first down up to midfield, picks up 9 on the play.
Good second effort by Rija. It looked like they had him stopped. They had him, his momentum slowed down. He just kept moving those legs and gets that first down up to the 50.
Rija last year, 4 rushing touchdowns, averaged better than 5 yards a carry. For Charger offense to put up more than 30 points a game. First pass of the game for Ballin, dropped. Looking for one of the captains, Cannon Brooks, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, tough catch by Brooks. Gets his hands on it, but he gets popped pretty much as he makes the catch, and it would have been for a pretty short gain. It would have been a minimal gain. Brooks is one of the only 3 starters back from last year for the Chargers.
Was Champion's second leading receiver last year behind Ryan Brandon. Both he and fellow receiver Evan Bates, captains for the Chargers. Rija wrestled after a gain of 2, brings up third down and long for this Charger offense. And so now an early season moment here for Ballin and this offense, a third and long, what seems to be a passing situation now.
Ballin is a guy, they like to roll him out. He's got pretty good speed. They like to roll him out, get away from those big linemen that he has to look over sometimes and do some pocket stuff with him out of pocket.
Third down, Ballin rolling out, looking, and able to escape a sack, dumps it off and close to the sticks. Found his tight end, Caleb Krause, but I think he's just short.
Yeah, he got to get to the 40, and he stepped out 40 and a half, but I think right here you're going to go for it, especially knowing Coach Kaiser and his aggressive approach to situations like this.
Krause had a big game against the Panthers last year. 4th and short. Rija, he's got the first down. Good blocking up front from that Boerne offensive line. You said it, Kerry, a lot of new parts for this team, specifically up front, but good push there for a first down.
Yeah, just needed about half a yard, and it really came close to broken it. Once he got to that second level, it was somebody holding on to his leg that kept him from having a big gainer.
4 carries so far on the drive for Rija. Opening possession for Champion. Rija again sifting his way for a yard before he's chopped down by Jose Garza.
Well, it's early in the game, but we're kind of seeing that Chargers' approach this year. A lot of Cole Reha. He's had a lot of carries already.
Could see Colin Ryan mixed it at some point in the backfield. On 2nd down and 8, quick strike, Krause again, the tight end. Talked about his big game against the Panthers last year, 8 catches, over 70 yards and a score. And he is a big target, 6 foot, 210 pounds.
Yeah, and he did that as a sophomore last year, so he's got all his junior and next year, so turning into a safety valve for Ballin in a way.
Good drive for the Chargers. A soft 4th down conversion. Reha breaking 2 tackles, and it takes 2, 3, count 'em, 4 Panthers to finally bring him down. Garza in on the stop, and it's 2nd down for Champion.
Reha with a heavy workload so far. We'll see. I'm sure at some point he's got to get some rest, and they'll bring somebody else in, but right now he's kind of the bulk of the offense.
6 carries so far in this opening drive for Reha. And still not getting a breather here. Here's Ballin nearing the red zone. Shoots that one, completes. Another broken tackle by a Champion offensive player. Ball comes loose, but Griffin Jones was down. And he's close to the sticks, and in fact, he's got the 1st down.
Good quick throw by Ballin. Finds Jones open, makes a quick throw, gets that 1st down, Jones does.
This opening drive has consumed more than 3 minutes. Quick screen. Cannon Brooks has some blocks. Brooks breaking tackles inside the 5. That's good for 9 more yards. And the Chargers on the doorstep of points.
This is coming up on their 12th play of the game, so very methodical so far. Used to just about 4 minutes off the clock here.
Ballin 4 or 5 passing so far on the drive. This is the 12th play of the drive coming up. 2nd is short. Ballin to the end zone, off the hands of his target Jones, but a penalty marker. We're going to get Rodrigo Gutierrez on pass interference.
He's going to move it up and should give him a 1st down if that's the call. Yep.
Defensive interference to call. 1st down, Chargers.
Faint chance of you can't do that by the Champion students here. Good showing at Boerne ISD Stadium on opening night. Goal to go now for the Chargers inside the 5. Ballin to Reha, shoved back and brought down. Great pursuits there by this Panther defense. Esteban Gonzalez, the junior linebacker on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They kind of sold out knowing they were probably going to run that ball to Reha, and they sold out, able to get him. No gain. Maybe a large 1-yard loss, maybe.
Now 2nd and goal. Here's Ballin looking for Reha. Swing pass. Swings himself into the end zone for the touchdown. And Champion strikes first on opening night.
Very deliberate drive by the Chargers, just methodical, moving the ball down the field.
A drive for Champion that consumes 4 minutes and 36 seconds. A 13-play drive, and the point after is tipped and no good on the attempt from Quinn Weiland. So the Chargers settle for 6 and an early 6-0 lead over United South on the Chargers Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Go Chargers!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. live music, great food, and the most fun for all Chargers fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
Opening possession of the season for Champion. It consumes more than 4 minutes off the clock, 4 minutes and 36 seconds, 13-play drive, 65 yards, ending on the touchdown pass, Ballin to Reha. And boy, talk about Reha being involved in the game plan, Kerry. 8 touches on that opening drive for Champion.
Yeah, you factor that exponentially by each quarter, that's a lot of carries. It's over 30. He's on pace for over 30, so I'm sure at some point they're going to scale it back and get some other guys in there as well just to keep him fresh.
Ballin 5 of 6 passing of the drive, 37 yards. Short kickoff, fielded on the run. Returner out across the 25 for the Panthers. Return man was David Gonzalez. And we get our first look at this United South offense, led by Luis Cisneros, a junior quarterback, as a sophomore last year. Impressive for the Panthers, more than 2,500 yards passing. And get this, touchdown to interception ratio of 24-4.
Very, very smart with that ball, very accurate.
And he's got a really good tailback behind him in Brandon Benavidez, one of the top running backs in District 36A last year. And this is Benavidez. Impressive first carry for him in 2022. Good for 13 yards and a first down.
Just lined up to run the ball. They had everybody basically up in between the tackles and just kind of pushed the Chargers back and kind of gashed them for about 13 or so.
Benavidez ran for 100 yards or more in 9 of the 13 games last year for the Panthers, including a bucko 3 against these Chargers. But this run play for David Diaz sniffed out. A tackle for loss for Champion, and it's second down.
Good read by the Charger front four there, not giving up anything, actually dropped them for a loss, like you said.
Offensively, United South averaged more than 27 points a game as a timeout is called for by head coach Jose Cos. They were 9-1 when scoring 20 or more a season ago. So here we are early in the year, but not too early to look at that upcoming schedule for the Champion Chargers. Again, now in District 12 5A, and you look in a very brief non-district schedule. Eagle Pass next week, Canyon Lake to wrap up non-district, and then 12 5A play begins on the road against Canyon. So Canyon, Hayes, Seguin, Wagner, Smithson Valley, Lehman, and MacArthur in this district with the Chargers. No longer with the likes, Kerry, of Alamo Heights, Floresville, Lockhart, Medina Valley, or Tybee.
Yeah, so very, very different for the Chargers, and you got some really good teams in there, Wagner, Smithson Valley. But I think Chargers are going to be in there for a playoff spot. They're going to be in that mix.
Top 4 get in. Out of the timeout from United South. Little screen pass is dropped far side of the field. And that's going to set up third down and long here for the Panthers. So very much behind the chains right now.
This would be a pretty good spot for the Chargers to get out of here after getting with that first down, after getting gassed for that 13, to not give up another first down. That'd be a big accomplishment for them this early in the game.
The junior quarterback Cisneros has to reach the 49 of Champion for a first down, and the Chargers are going to stop them well short of that marker. Good tackle from Arlis Adikis for the Chargers. And after that good opening play of the drive, fourth down now coming up for United South, and the offense stays out there for the time being.
Yeah, I wonder if they knew they were going to go for it maybe that's why they ran it. We'll see what they do here. Just see what they could pop off on that one play and then try to make the rest up here on a pass. We'll see what they do, though.
Cisneros, here's the attempt and a quick kick from Benavidez. Nobody back deep, and the punt is going to trickle into the end zone. And that'll put Champion at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 from the 20.
And so, Kerry, after seeing the Chargers navigate for a 65-yard touchdown drive, curious what the approach is here for the second possession of the game.
I think you do what you try to do what you did on that last drive. Just 2-3 yards, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, and then you mix in a pass every once in a while, short passes for Jordan at quarterback spot. At some point, though, he's going to have to throw downfield. He's just throwing the little 4 or 5 yard shots, but he's going to have to throw downfield at some point.
Here's Ballin, and that's behind Krause, the tight end, incomplete. Second incompletion for Ballin, and now 7 attempts. The Chargers in non-district play last year, 4-1. Wins over Stevens, MacArthur, these Panthers, and Laredo United. That lone loss to a very good El Campo team last year. Second and long, Reha exploding off the left side with a flag in.
And they're going to get 15 yards for unsportsmanlike, I believe.
And correction, that was Colin Ryan on the carry, not Reha. And yeah, they'll tack on 15 more. It's going to wind up as a 24-yard play.
Ballin got tackled and he got smashed into the ground after the play was over by one of the tacklers on the Panther side. So
a look at Coach Keith Kaiser. Again in year 10, 78 wins as Chargers head coach. Took over for Danny Threadgill following the 2012 season 10 years ago. He's led Champion to 3 seasons of 10 wins or more, has never had a losing campaign. Just a couple of years ago was the Express News High School Coach of the Year. First down following the penalty. Ryan, a lot of effort to get back to the line of scrimmage and no gain.
I believe he only missed the playoff one time, I believe, one season. And in that year, he went, I think, 7-3.
Mm-hmm. Just a good district year that year.
And they just barely missed it, but they didn't get in that one year.
Second and 10. Here's Ballin. For Krause, almost one-handed snag. Flag is in. This could be a hold here against the Chargers.
In the last few years, the Chargers have gone at least 2 rounds all, except for one. I think 1 year they got beat in the opening round, but pretty much have gone a couple rounds after that. And then, of course, a few years ago they went to the state semifinals.
It is a hold, but not against Champion. It's against the Panthers. And this will be an automatic first down.
Yeah, there was a couple linemen that were kind of tangled up.
Already 3 flags in this first quarter for the Panthers. Second possession for Ballin and this Charger offense. Already on top, 6-0. Quick screen for Griffin Jones, spinning out of a couple of tackles. Great athleticism there by Jones before he's finally brought down by Fernando Bernal. And it's second down.
Yeah, see just a short pass there. Jones makes a nice move. Spins away from another tackle and gets about 3 yards on that one.
On second down and 7, Ryan the carry again. And from behind, Roel Cavazos, the stop for the Panthers. Third and long coming up here for the Chargers with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
3rd and 6 seems like a passing situation for the Chargers. They've been throwing those 5-yard outs and bubble screens, slip screens, all that, and been effective for them.
This was a really good third down offense a year ago. But a lot of new pieces this year. Quick screen, Cannon Brooks slips one tackle. Brooks will be stacked up short of the first down by about 2 yards. Bernal, another tackle there for the Panthers. 4th down for the Chargers.
And Bernal did a good job of just kind of stopping his momentum, keeping him from going forward. And I just think they're going to go for it again, knowing Coach Kaiser.
They need 2 for the 1st down. Ballin on the rollout, throws on the run, but too high for the target, Jones, and a turnover on downs for Champion.
And they like to roll, like I said, they like to roll Ballin away from the pocket sometimes just to get away from that pressure, give him more of a clear line of sight. I think that time he probably had a little bit more time. He could have probably stopped and just made the throw. It just came in a little too high for the receiver and lost it down.
Kerry, I referenced that game last year against El Campo. Top running back recruit of the country that night, Reuben Owens.
Yeah.
Ran for 4 touchdowns. Here's Benavides. He's running for 6 on 1st down. More than 300 yards that night. At the time, Owens had been committed to Texas, decommitted, and has since recommitted to Louisville.
Yeah, he had over 200 at halftime, and we were wondering how long he was going to stay in. And he got to 300, and they pulled him.
2nd down. That's blown up by this Charger defense. Good tackle made by Ethan Stanley.
Ethan Stanley almost took the handoff. Watch him get in the backfield and just blow up that play.
A loss there of about 4 yards.
Shot that gap well.
So, 3rd down, 7 to go. Make it 8 from the 40. And now the junior quarterback Cisneros faced with another 3rd and long of the game. Trying to keep this possession going after the turnover on downs. It's a little draw action play there that doesn't yield much. Brings up 4th down for the Panthers offense.
Well, they were on 3rd and 11 their last drive, and they tried to run it. And then we're 3rd and 8 here, and they tried to run it again. Last time they quick kicked. Let's see what they do here on 4th and 7.
I would bet it'd be a little bit more the same here, Kerry.
I would think so. The Champion doesn't have anybody back.
And Cisneros is a direct snap instead to Benavides. And there is the punt. And this time it's going to fall shy of the end zone. 4 yards shy of it. Great punt there by Benavides. And with 1:14 to go in the 1st quarter, the Chargers take over near their own end zone.
And that's the whole point of the quick kick, why you don't bring the punting team out per se and show that you're going to punt, because then Champion doesn't have a chance to get a return man back knowing that you might go for it. So they're not going to give up that man and put him back and field the punt. So that's the whole point of a quick kick like that, is you avoid the return. And we've seen kind of 2 unique looks on it. The first one to the quarterback who pitched it back, and that one straight to the up back.
Third possession coming up here for the Chargers. After a turnover on downs, their last drive. Ballin off the play fake. Flags fly all over the place as Ballin skirts out of the 10. This might come back.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a hold there. He was looking for Evan Bates that time. See him rolling out, looking for Bates, number 6 right there. But there was him and Krause were kind of close to each other, and there was a defender between them. So tried to keep it, but one of his linemen, I think, got caught.
This is the first flag of the night against Champion. 3 so far in the quarter for the Panthers.
Well, the good news, if you're Champion, it's not going to be very far because you're already at the 3. So bad news is it's going to back you up closer to your own end zone. So
you kind of wonder if the Panthers should just decline it and take the down instead. But they do accept, and there's the football sniffing that goal line about 1.5 yards away. Ballin over the middle, pass broken up. Evan Bates well defended by Rodrigo Gutierrez. Second down coming up for the Chargers.
Yeah, just a slant route right there and just not able to connect with Bates. And Panthers want to obviously get a 3 and out. This would give them a pretty good chance at some really good, outstanding field position if they do.
Ballin, quick throw. This one reeled in by Bates, spilled over at the 5. So a little bit of breathing room now for the Chargers after that short chunk play, but still faced with 3rd and long.
Yep, they're just right now their passing game is just the short pass, just the quick outs, the slip screens, the bubble screens. Let's see if they don't throw downfield here.
Ballin on the rollout to his right, looking, and the junior is going to take it out of bounds again. And so the good punt by the Panthers, coupled with good defense, and a chance now for United South to flip the field.
Yeah, and that penalty backed them up just a little, but it backed them up to where some of the guys were having to line up in the end zone. And so, yeah, this is why the whole quick kick, you avoided the return. Imagine if Champion had a man back there to return a punt. They probably would have had better field position, but now they're going to have Panthers going to have really good field position.
And here is the punt from Brooks. Takes a Champion roll, and a sharp one of that inside of midfield before it's scooped up by Andrew Simmons. First quarter clock ticking away, 17 seconds left. And Coach Kaiser's team on top, 6-0 opening drive score for Champion. On the touchdown pass, Ballin to Reha. With this now the best starting field position of the night for the Panthers.
And I'm sure they got a feel they should have better field position. Just Chargers got a good bounce on that punt and backed them up about extra 10, 15 yards.
Cisneros just one pass so far. 2 very short possessions thus far for the Panthers. Off the play fake, what a tackle. Goodness, Jared Wingo, the senior, just laid the wood down there for the Chargers. That's going to bring up 2nd down and long.
And Wingo read that play well. He was being blocked on that play, but he fought off the defender or the blocker, and he makes the tackle.
Called Wingo's name, but I actually think it was a combo of Gage Goldberg and Sutter Clemens. And that big defensive stick takes us the end of the first quarter. The Chargers 6, the Panthers nothing. Quarter number 2 coming up on the Chargers Sports Network.
Yeah. I'm Goldberg. Thank you for watching the Chargers Sports Network. Who's next?
School safety is very important, and it's up to us to work together as a team to prevent bad things from happening. That is why when you see something, say something. If you see or hear about dangerous or suspicious activity which could potentially put our students, staff, or visitors in danger, you should tell an adult immediately. Make sure you tell your teacher, your principal, or your SRO, or even your parents and guardians. Just make sure you report any.
1 quarter in the books here from Boerne ISD Stadium. Chargers on top of the Panthers 6-0. And United South, after a big tackle for loss from Goldberg and Clemens, faced with 2nd down and 13. Now going the opposite way. Quick flag is in as the play began. For the time being, a short completion to Segovia. Penalty pending.
It's going to be against Panthers, and this is kind of what you'll see a lot of this stuff early on in the season, illegal procedure, movement, that type of thing. They've had quite a few already in this half, just barely a quarter in.
Talked about the Chargers districts. These Panthers out of District 36A. And for the most part, after realignment, their district remained pretty much the same. Just one change, the subtraction of Laredo Alexander. So it's gone from a 7-team district down to 6. Cisneros' pass almost picks. That goes for no gain, and the catch made by Diaz. And the passing game has not gotten very vertical so far for United South.
Well, for either team, really. They've just kind of throwing the short stuff both sides, and both teams just, other than the great opening drive by the Chargers, both teams just kind of trying to find some rhythm. Just kind of trying to get, it's very early in the season, obviously, and they're going to be a lot better in a few weeks. But I think there's a big improvement from week 1 to week 2 for most teams. And this is when you get all the cobwebs out and all that after not playing for 8-9 months.
Panthers, a very good road team last year, as a timeout is called by Coach Koss and United South. They were 4-1 on the road a season ago. More on Jose Koss's story, very inspiring. Go back to his childhood. Jose Koss dropped out of high school to help provide for his family, but then later pursued his education, graduating summa cum laude from Texas A&M International. And then he worked his way up through the coaching ranks, through middle school, freshman football, later a defensive coordinator at the varsity level, including Cedar Ridge, which is where he was before arriving as the head coach at United South in 2018. And here he is now, Kerry, 4 years later, 24 wins and 4 playoff appearances.
Done a good job, and you know, last year they started the year 1-2. And then they ended up going 6-0 in district and won a bunch of games. It went 3 rounds.
His team, though, up against it here. 3rd down and 18. Needing to reach the Charger 41 to move the sticks. Cisneros airing it out deep, and that pass picked off. Intercepted by Andrew Simmons. And the Chargers have their first turnover of 2022.
Ball just kind of hangs in the air, and you see Simmons just reads it well. I thought the receiver had a step, but Simmons did a great job just cutting in front of the receiver and making that catch.
And then you saw the pressure there, too, from Champion. I think that took something off the pass from Cisneros. As a result, throws a pick. But if you're the Panthers here, it's almost as good as a punt.
Yeah.
So, first possession of the quarter here for the Chargers, and a short run for Ryan. As Champions tries to orchestrate a scoring drive here on this, their 4th possession of the night.
You're seeing the rotation of backs, a complete series. Ryan goes in for a series, and then Reha goes in for a series.
Here's the pressure. Ballin escapes, takes off. Ballin putting on the Jets. Down the sidelines, he flies. But there's a flag back at the 25. This might come back.
And it came out pretty early in the play, so you see the grab right there. So
yeah, they're going to get Cade Bamari on the hold. This is going to come back. Second flag of the night against Boerne.
But that's what you saw what Jordan Ballin is capable of, that escape, the speed, the footwork. So he's a heck of a baseball player as a freshman. 2 years ago, he was the MVP of the team as a freshman.
I said Boerne. I meant Champion. You and I were here for Boerne last night. Their opening night, impressive 35-32 win of their own. On 2nd down and long, a short completion to Griffin Jones. Good for 2. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Chargers.
Really like rolling Ballin out. And I don't think they care what side he rolls to.
A lot of weapons from the offense gone from a year ago. Ballin in this offense trying to make their mark early in this season. He's back to throwing 3rd down, heaving it deep down the far side, overshot Evan Bates. And after that interception from Simmons, the Chargers go 3 and out.
Yeah, they didn't get the completion or the first down, but I like that you threw deep because that's really the first deep pass we've seen from Ballin. And that just kind of keeps the defense honest. It kind of pushes them back a little and says, oh, we're going to throw deep on you every once in a while, so you got to play us honest. You can't be cheating up, playing the short stuff. So we're going to throw deep when we have to, and that's a good way to keep a defense honest.
High snap to Brooks, able to reel it in. Got the punt off. Sideways bounce. Out at the 46-yard line. With 9:43 to go in the half. The defenses have kind of taken over this game as of late, Kerry.
Yeah, sure have. After that opening drive, Champion scores. Hasn't been any fireworks. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives after that where neither team has been able to do a whole lot.
The Panthers also suffering some personnel losses from a year ago, including star wide receiver Armando Garza, honorable mention All-States, had over 1,300 yards receiving last year for this offense, and big offensive lineman Damian Vircher, also named honorable mention All-States. Running play, Benavidez, able to take it outside, try to cut it back, and he's gang tackled inside of midfield. Seems to me, Kerry, that the best weapon these Panthers have has been Benavidez.
Yeah, and he did a good job right there getting outside the containment of the Charger defense. And that's why he was able to get about 6 yards on that one.
Brandon Benavidez, voted as the captain on this team. A year ago, more than 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns. Helping lead this team to a 9-win season and trip to the region semifinals. Quick pass, Segovia breaks a tackle, racing down the sidelines. Segovia cuts it back inside, takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line. Biggest play from scrimmage for United South.
Yep, just a busted tackle there, broken tackle. They had him for a short gain, but he just kind of slips away from the defender, takes it downfield, and big gain, like you said, biggest play of the game for them so far.
It's a 37-yard play there for the Panthers. Touchdown saving tackle made by Cole Reha, who plays both ways for the Chargers. Before the snap whistles blow. Got a flag of the play here. Offensive player, offsides. And I got to be honest with you, Kerry, that's not a call I've seen very much of.
Well, it's early in the season, so there's still both teams just have a lot. I think graduated some really good players, have some guys back with experience, but you got a lot of new guys starting for the first time on both sides of the ball, and so I think both teams just trying to kind of figure some things out right now. It feels like a boxing match where those guys are just kind of in there trying to feel each other out.
On first down, Benavidez storms ahead and back to the original line of scrimmage for 5 yards on his 5th carry of the game.
He's showing some good footwork there.
United South coming off its 7th straight playoff appearance from a year ago, 8th in the last 9 years. The 9 wins they had, most since 2016. And this after this program won just 3 games in Jose Costa's first year back in 2018. So he has built a very solid program. And again, in district play specifically, as he calls for timeout here, 6-0 last year, 2nd unbeaten run through district in the last 3 years for the Panthers. And wound up playing a fairly competitive game in the region semis against Lake Travis.
And he doesn't seem very, or one of the coaches doesn't seem very happy talking to the officials for the Panthers.
So again, a good crowd here on this Friday night from Boerne ISD Stadium. Talked about the schedule and this District Stadium, which also houses the Greyhounds, seats more than 5,000. Next home game for the Chargers coming up in 2 weeks at home against Canyon Lake. The district play, home games against Hayes, Wagner, and Lehman. And there's that next game coming up we'll have for you on the Chargers Sports Network. That coming after a road game next week at Eagle Pass.
That'll be an interesting matchup with Canyon Lake. I don't know that they've ever played. Now, Canyon Lake's played Boerne High 100 million times, but I don't know if they've ever played a champion.
Second down, 10 to go. The Panthers could get a first down here without scoring. Out of the timeout, Cisneros looking off his back foot and throws for the short corner of the end zone. Incomplete for Joaquin Montemayor. 3rd and 10 now for this offense.
This is a big down here, third down for both teams, because Laredo United South, they can still pick up a first down if they get the ball inside the 1. But if you're champion and you can hold them to a field goal attempt, that's not bad because they hit the ball down to 11 after that big 37-yard pass play. So that's not bad. You just give up 3 points after they were looking at 1st and 10 at inside your 11-yard line.
The Chargers have held this offense to several 3rd and longs. They have yet to really convert. On 3rd and 10, it's Benavidez up the middle, squeezing forward for a few before Hayden Niemeyer has a tackle with the Chargers. One of the captains for this champion defense. 4th down now for the Panthers.
See what they do. They've had 3rd and longs, and they've gone with their best weapon on the ground, which is Benavidez, but haven't been able to get the first downs when they've needed them.
It looks like the kicking unit setting up here for the Panthers. And this is David Diaz to handle the duties. It was Christian Gonzalez a year ago. All of last season, the Panthers attempted 5 field goals for the first points of the year, and Diaz nails it right through the pipes. And it's now a 6-3 game. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. It's a good one here on the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers!
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
A big 37-yard passing play. Luis Cisneros to Carlos Segovia, helping set up the first scoring drive of the game for United South. A 25-yard field goal from that man right there, David Diaz. And the Panthers are on the board. Ensuing kickoff to the 20. This is Reha on the return to the 33.
Drive 6 plays, 46 yards, took 231, and we got us a baseball score, 6-3.
Last year, the Chargers beat these Panthers in Laredo 24-12. The offense that night pretty balanced. It was the first game of the year without Alex Rodriguez at running back. Reha got the start and ran for $180 in that win for the Chargers that night.
And those were 2 really high-scoring offenses, and they didn't score a lot, so they haven't scored a lot so far tonight either.
This is the aforementioned Reha, takes it outside, bounces across the 40. Reha upended at the 46, finally brought down by Rodrigo Gutierrez. It's good for a 13-yard gallop to move the chains.
Just good vision by Reha. He comes outside, stiff arms there, Right there, he bounces it outside, gets some extra yards, and protects himself as it goes out of bounds.
Ballin back to work. Quick pass, caught, and a quick hit to midfield. There's Gutierrez on another tackle for the Panthers after the catch from Griffin Jones. So again, a lot of the short, intermediate passing game for Ballin tonight. None of the passes have gone for longer than 10 yards. This is a run for Reha, exploding right up the gut of that Panther defense to the 39. Another first down run for Reha on the drive.
Reha's the workhorse tonight. That Charger backfield, he's just getting some big gains and very elusive.
9 carries, 49 yards so far for Reha. Here's Ballin taking a deep shot, and what a catch! Inside the 15 with the flag in. Hooking up with Cannon Brooks. Best pass tonight for Jordan Ballin, and they might tack on a few more.
I don't know if the infraction was on the play or after.
I think they're going to get a Panther for going up high.
Catch is spotted at the 15.
Personal foul. Targeting is the call.
Okay.
Applied for a personal foul.
That should move it about half the distance.
And the player is ejected as well. So watch the replay here. Great catch, but then there's the hit from Eduardo Salazar, so he's done for the night. A secondary already missing its top player, Ray Trevino, captain for this Panther defense, top returning tackler from last year. So 2 big secondary pieces now done for the Panthers. On first and goal, Reha inside the 5. Second and goal coming up as the Chargers try to punch it in for the first time since their opening drive of the game.
Yeah, and I don't think Salazar was doing that on purpose. I think he was just trying to hit the guy once he caught the ball, and it's just unfortunate. You don't always get to control that, but that is the rule, so they have to enforce it.
The pass play itself went for 24 yards. This is Reha up the middle and in for the touchdown. Second one tonight. Chargers on top 12-3.
They leaned on Reha quite a bit tonight, and I think we're going to see that going forward. He's going to get as much carries as he can.
Reha, 4 carries on that drive, 13, 11, 4 and 4 yards. A touchdown catch, a touchdown run for Reha, and the point after this time is good from Weiland. Champion back into the end zone on top of the Panthers an opening night, 13-3.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Director of Communications for Boerne ISD. This is the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded.
Student section getting into it here from Boerne ISD Stadium. Their first chance to see the Chargers in action. The first Friday of the 2022 Texas high school football season. And a lot to be excited about so far. Cole Reha, a couple of touchdowns in the game.
Good drive.
For Champion.
Yeah, that was a good drive. It was a speedy drive. They scored in a minute and a half, minute 28. So usually they're a little bit more methodical than that, but they got downfield quick, and it was Reha that got him down there, and they had the big pass play and then a penalty, and so that was a good drive for the Chargers. Again,
Reha, his first career start came against these Panthers last year. Had a big night then. Big night so far this evening. Return man across the 25 up to the 30. Good return there for the Panthers from David Gonzalez.
He's knocked down. First and 10 Panthers at the 30-yard line.
Last time we saw the Panthers with a football carry, did a good job of moving the ball, but the drive stalled inside the 10.
Yeah, they take the field goal. Only points of the game. And that time after Champion scored, I wondered if they chased the 2 points, but they decided to kick. Maybe leave that for later.
The Chargers defensively have held the Panthers out of the end zone. They've also forced a turnover, forced 21 a year ago. Cisneros on the run, throws on target for Segovia. And a first down play there for the Panthers, good for 11.
Chase out of bounds across the 40 for a first down.
Good protection for the quarterback there. You see him, he kind of rolls away from whatever pressure was there, but definitely had some time to find his receiver.
Other numbers for this champion defense last year really got into opposing backfields. 40 tackles for loss, 19 sacks, but 6 belonged to senior Carson Schwartz, not back this year. Short gainer here for Gonzalez as we tick to 5 minutes to go in the first half. So far, Luis Cisneros, 5 of 8 passing, 48 yards, but also with that pick. Threw just 4 all of last season. On second down, another quick completion. Benavidez crawling ahead, short of the midfield stripe, and it's third and short now for United South.
Benavidez did a good job just getting those 2 or 3 yards that he got. It looked like Chargers had a chance to keep him at a loss or no gain. He slips out of some tackles and gets it down to the 49, so we're looking at about 3rd and 2 or so.
Two teams that each won 9 games last year. Chargers went 2 rounds deep into the postseason. The Panthers went 3. So some high-quality football here in a matchup between 6A and 5A to open the year. Benavidez breaking free to move the sticks again inside of champion territory.
They like that left side. They're on the short side of the field, but they keep throwing in that direction.
That's now 4 straight completions for Cisneros. On target 5 of his past 6 through the air. It feels like the play calling has been a little bit more conservative, but playing to Cisneros' strengths. A lot of the short passing game here for United South. This is Benavidez off the left side. Benavidez slicing it back inside the 20 and drop at the 15-yard line. 25-yard gain for Brandon Benavidez.
That's just a great play call because they've been throwing, and so mix it up. You also got a very good running back in Benavidez, so let him run with the ball.
And so now these two offenses in a bit of a rhythm here. 3 minutes to go until halftime. There's a flag before the snap.
That might be on the Panthers. One of the linemen kind of lean forward or something, because defense is allowed to get back if they don't touch anybody.
And this is offsides the traditional way against the defense.
Okay.
Third flag against Champion. And now for 17 yards worth of infractions.
1st and 5. Boy, playbook is wide open here.
So remember, United South last possession long and drawn out, and then a very quick, albeit scoring drive for the Chargers offense, so that Charger defense has been out there for a while in this quarter. Play clock winding down. They just got the snap off with a Wildcat play. And this is good for a first down. Took the ball out of the hands of Cisneros, gave it instead to David Gonzalez, and the sophomore sets up goal to go.
First and goal from the 4 for the Panthers.
That 5-yard penalty, that gave the Panthers a lot of options right there, so they tried that little wildcat.
Remember, this is where the drive stalled on the last Panther possession. It remains Gonzalez in that quarterback. It's Benavidez up the middle, and whistles blow well before the play ended. Then we see the flag thrown as well.
Yeah, that came out way late.
Looks like a
False start, and they didn't stop the play in time.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
This will back up the Panthers. It remains first and goal. Five penalties, 38 yards tonight against Jose Costas' team.
Coach is wanting to know something. he's out there trying to find some answers to his questions.
Coach Cost, by the way, really impressed with the leadership from his veterans in the lead up to the season. While they, like Champion, having to replace a few players from a year ago, some key pieces back, and the new players leaning on those vets for some leadership here in 2022. A program which over the past 3 years has a district record of 15-3. They trail by 10 here late in the first half. Passing play, Cisneros, a screen for Benavidez. So much traffic. Goldberg there for the Chargers, along with Evan Cool at safety, and it's second and goal.
That was a good recovery by the Chargers defense. That little screenplay looked like there was going to be some room there, but you see several Chargers going in there. Goldberg, and Robin Vargas also in there making the play. So good pursuit there after the catch by the running back.
Chargers defensively held teams to under 23 points a game last year. 2 shutouts. One of them came against San Antonio MacArthur, who is now a district opponent. On second down and goal. Off the play fake, shot to the end zone, and there's a touchdown for Segovia. And the Panthers in the end zone for the first time tonight, and a big response for them.
An 8-yard touchdown pass. Extra point to come.
Segovia had 1 touchdown catch all of last year, but he has been a fixture in the passing game tonight. That's his 3rd catch, over 50 yards, and the first touchdown of the year for United South. Low snap on the point after. Flag is in as the kick is missed, but there is a penalty.
Champion 13, United South 9. 1:34 to go in the first half.
And it's against the Panthers. Penalty declined. It remains a 4-point Charger lead. Final minute 34 of the first half coming up on the Chargers Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Boerne High School opened?
Back in 1909.
Now, who knows the name of the mascots?
Rowdy and Rita.
Okay. What year did Boerne play its first football game?
Back in 1909.
Coach Oswald.
Luis Cisneros hooking up with Carlos Segovia. A 5-yard touchdown pass First touchdown tonight for United South. It's a 13-9 game. Ensuing kickoff taken by Reha. Up across the 40-yard line, that's where the Chargers' next drive will start. With 2 timeouts left and 1:28 to go, looking to build on a 13-9 lead.
And that was the other Reha, Chase, on that one. That drive by the Panthers, 8 plays, 70 yards, took 3:51. But they did leave the Chargers with a little bit of time. 1:28, you got 2 timeouts. Let's see how the Chargers want to play this.
Ballard on the first play of the drive, taking a shot for Brooks. Incomplete. On his 16th pass attempt of the night. Facing this Panther defense, which is having to replace 2 big parts from a year ago. Orlando Lozano, 6 interceptions in the secondary last year for United South, and leading tackler Gavin Espinoza. So far, this defense has given up 2 touchdowns to the Chargers offensively. Here's Ballard, well protected. Throw, though, a bit low for Griffin Jones, and 2 quick passes, Kerry. Just like that, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and Chargers being aggressive, trying to move the ball downfield, but the downside to that is they've both been incomplete, and that stopped the clock. So Laredo United South does not have any timeout, so if Champion has to punt, they can't stop the clock.
Third down and 10. The Chargers have to reach the Panthers' 47 to move the sticks. Here's the pressure. Ballard escapes the pressure on the run, fires downfield. Receiver open inside the 30. Reha for the 3rd time tonight. Touchdown Champion. What a play by the quarterback, Jordan Ballard. A 56-yard play for the Chargers. And Cole Reha has given Champion back its 10-point lead.
Okay, you saw Jordan Ballard's ability, athletic ability. They brought pressure from the outside, blitzing both linebackers, and he saw that, escaped the pocket, rolled around, and it just found his man downfield and made a nice throw.
Point after is put in by Weiland. So how about Cole Reha? Oh, look at the play again.
See the pressure. He sees it. He escapes, goes right.
And then Reha, in that scramble drill, finds a soft spot in the defense. He has 2 catches tonight, both for touchdowns. And it's now 20-9, Champion on top. A 3-play drive, 56 yards, and what, Kerry, about 18 seconds?
Yeah, and the thing was they had 2 incompletions, so they stopped the clock a couple times.
One of the question marks for the Chargers coming in, how do you replace the productivity of a player like A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, leading rusher last year, well over 1,000 yards, 11 scores, and the receiving threat of Ryan Brandon. But so far tonight, Kerry, Cole Reha has answered both questions.
Yeah, then you had Davis Pike. That was a big part of them. He had a couple injuries that kept him away, and yeah. And this is what Coach Kaiser had questions about is, who's going to step up, who's going to make plays. We have 19 new starters tonight for us, and so we're going to find out, that's what he said, we're going to find out all together how we're going to respond.
On the return, this is Segovia, and he gets pummeled. Good solid Chargers special teams, but now Segovia slow to get up here for the Panthers.
And that drive, only 3 plays, 25 seconds.
I was off by 7.
Yeah, all they took in 56, 57-yard play, so good answer for the Chargers.
Remember, Cisneros sent this offense out of timeouts.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. So can only stop it with a first down or getting out of bounds, but that's sometimes tough to do if you throw across the middle of the field.
And Champion does have 2. They could think about getting the ball back. On first down, it's a run to the outside. Benavidez eventually slung down by Robert Vargas. Good for 7 yards, and the clock is ticking.
It's like you said, Benavidez is one of their best weapons. Just why not give it to him, see if he can break one. He's had some big runs already.
Benavidez again. There you go, Kerry. Up the middle, Benavidez scurries up to the 35. That'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go, but again, the Panthers only at their own 35-yard line.
The clock's already started, so not having that any timeout has really hurt them on this drive.
Benavidez more than 70 yards rushing in this first half. Here's the pressure. Cisneros escapes. Cisneros will stop the clock inside of Champion territory, the 47-yard line, but only 3 seconds left.
Cisneros did good to get out of bounds with 3 seconds. This gives them a chance at a Hail Mary, a trick play, something.
Now we'll see just how good the arm strength is here of Cisneros. And if Coach Kaiser needs it, does have 2 timeouts here.
And they're very much in prevent. They got defenders all the way back to the 20-yard line. So
yeah, to say the Chargers are an umbrella defense doesn't do umbrellas justice. Cisneros heaving it as deep as he can. Incomplete. And that will end the first half. A first half that can be described in 2 words. Cole Reha. 3 Charger touchdowns, all for Reha, including the final one late in the first half, a 56-yard play. And the Chargers are on top of the Panthers at the break, 20-9. Halftime coverage coming up. You're watching Champion High School football on the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Jenny Brewer, and I coach cross country and track at Champion High School, and I teach in the business incubator and entrepreneurship. I remember my high school cross country coach made a very big impact on me, and when I went to college, I realized that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. I was fortunate enough to get into at Kendall Elementary, and I got hired there to do there as a computer teacher. Now I teach entrepreneurship and the business incubator and practicum. I really focus on, I tell them a lot that they're going to grow in my classroom in ways that aren't really tangible. They speak every day, they have to stand up and they redesign usually a consumer product or packaging of some kind as their warm-up every day. I kind of get them into the mindset of when you're 5 and you go into kindergarten and the teacher asks a question, 20 hands go up. Everyone wants to say, pick me, I want to answer the question. And as they get conditioned into high school, they lose some of that sometimes because either someone has said you're not smart enough, or they're worried about answering the wrong, saying the wrong answer, or they're worried about the way that they're perceived by their peers. And so I try to get them to say, when you're redesigning things, go back to your 5-year-old self and just make it like there's no rules, and to go back to really having the ability to use your imagination.
Coach Brewer did a great job of taking students from the beginning stages of their plan, where they were uncertain about ideas, just formulating the plan to a very well polished presentation. So, and that was a lot of the time she spent just with the students and preparing and planning and rehearsing. The coaching, you always prepare to win, and that's what she does in the classroom with her students.
I think we were really lucky to have such a woman be able to teach us, and she was just so hands-on. She was definitely our class's mom away from home. She was just amazing, and so if I had a rough day or a good day, I could tell her about it, or if I needed good advice, or I had someone that I could kind of lean on.
What an outstanding woman. To do what the things that she does, not only on the coaching field, but in the classroom, speaks a lot of volumes.
The Champion Charms Director is Miss Ashton Kidd. Managers and trainers are Ceci Garcia Bowles, Kendra Grant, Sophia Hammond, Natalie McLean, Ava Smith, Mia Tyler, Alessandra Villalobos Costa, and Danny Zamora Gonzalez. Now, taking the field is your award-winning Boerne Champion Charger Band. The band is under the direction of Jason Yachts and assisted by Matt Pale, Brian Gregory, Daniel DeSales, Chelsea Martinez, and Thibaut Tristan. The Charger Band appreciates the critical support from BISD Coordinator of Fine Arts, Mr. Ken Peach, Champion High School Principal, Dr. Beto Nojosa, BISD Superintendent, Dr. Thomas Price, BISD School Board, and our Champion Charger Band Booster Organization. Special thanks to our sponsors, Ansira GMC, Schneider Engineering, Promotion Physical Therapy, and Magic in the Sky. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Warren Woodall, Sierra Fritley, Nick Parra, and Michaela Sanchez. The CHS section of the game is the trombones. The CHS band member of the game is sophomore Abigail Leffler. The CHS band freshman of the game is Elizabeth Dell. Our CHS staff member of the week is our campus secretary, Bianca Abrego. She is stuck right in front of the drum major stand. Thank you, Mrs. Abrego, for all that you do for our students, staff, and community. Also, today is Mrs. Abrego's birthday. Let's make it extra special and join us to sing happy birthday for Mrs. Abrego. Happy birthday. The Champion Charger Band is excited to present the first portion of this year's competitive show, Stairway to Success. This year's show includes music by Whitaker, Salcedo, and Shostakovich. Arrangements by Evan Van Doren and Maldonado. Drill by Will Wells. Thank you for supporting the best students in the state of Texas. We are champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Champion Charger Band. thank you all for your support. Let's get live for the second half and go Chargers!
Hi, my name is Jenny Brewer, and I coach cross country and track at Champion High School, and I teach in the business incubator and entrepreneurship. I remember my high school cross country coach made a very big impact on me, and when I went to college I realized that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. I was fortunate enough to get into at Kendall Elementary, and I got hired there to do there as a computer teacher. Now I teach entrepreneurship and the business incubator and practicum. I really focus on, I tell them a lot that they're going to grow in my classroom in ways that aren't really tangible. They speak every day, they have to stand up and they redesign usually a consumer product or packaging of some kind as their warm-up every day. I kind of get them into the mindset of when you're 5 and you go into kindergarten and the teacher asks a question, 20 hands go up. Everyone wants to say, pick me, I want to answer the question. And as they get conditioned into high school, they lose some of that sometimes because either someone has said you're not smart enough, or they're worried about answering the wrong, saying the wrong answer, or they're worried about the way that they're perceived by their peers. And so I try to get them to say, when you're redesigning things, go back to your 5-year-old self and just make it like there's no rules, and to go back to really having the ability to use your imagination.
Coach Brewer did a great job of taking students from the beginning stages of their plan, where they were uncertain about ideas, just formulating the plan to a very well polished presentation. So, and that was a lot of the time she spent just with the students and preparing and planning and rehearsing. The coaching, you always prepare to win, and that's what she does in the classroom with her students.
I think we were really lucky to have such a woman be able to teach us, and she was just so hands-on. She was definitely our class's mom away from home. She was just amazing, and so if I had a rough day or a good day, I could tell her about it, or if I needed good advice, or I had someone that I could kind of lean on.
What an outstanding woman. To do what the things that she does, not only on the coaching field, but in the classroom, speaks a lot of volumes to, why she was our Teacher of the Year and District Teacher of the Year.
As a career in general, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's on the track or in cross country, pouring into kids gives you so many things back that are just, it becomes your identity because of the way that the kids feed you and you feed into the kids. And it's, that's the special. That's what my coach did for me in high school, and so that's what I aspire to do for the kids.
I'm Goldberg. Thank you for watching the Chargers Sports Network. Who's next?
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown, but we've always stayed true to our roots, just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
Hi, I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Go Chargers!
create a program for across all of our school district. We want to create the best fine arts department, specifically theater arts department, in the entire state across all 3 of our campuses.
I think it was also a great opportunity for the 5th coming into 6th, getting to tour the campus, the theater, learning where props go, where set pieces go, and so it allows them, I think, in August to feel a little bit more comfortable starting middle school.
I think it teaches theater in a completely new, different way. We get to do a warm-up in games, which just kind of open you, and then we get to practice for our play, which we've been doing all week.
That was in 54? That was in 58! 54 the year we had that big ice storm.
It's different from what I normally do. I was actually the lead in our 6th grade play that we did, and I just thought, you know, I'm very close to my grandpa, so I was like, you know, why not the old man? And it's really funny to play him, seeing what they do.
I learned how to project, I learned how to improv, and I also learned how to put on a different, how to character somebody else, because I'm definitely not a weather woman. I also got to have an experience with some of my friends who I already knew who went to elementary school with me. So it was very fun getting to meet people who were going in North, Voss, South, and a ton of other schools.
Well, this was our first year to offer. Being our first year, we had a great turnout, boys and girls. For next year, as we continue to grow, we're hoping that we can get some more of our middle school teachers' calendars available to work with us so that we can grow in our numbers as well, building our programs. So trying to collaborate and getting our middle schools on the same team, teaching them and feeding better kids to high school.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Director of Communications for Boerne ISD. This is the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers!
We're a Minecraft-themed camp, and we worked towards creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking, as well as character and citizenship. We worked using Minecraft to kind of hook the kids in, and we kind of guided them through with activities and lessons that touched upon each of those C's.
I did learn how to make a bubbly water tank, have the ability to build whatever I want sometimes on Minecraft camp.
They're 100% engaged throughout the whole process, and you see the kids that might not be as familiar with Minecraft, but then somebody that does have more experience actually helps them through the process, and you see a lot of collaboration and problem solving together to make the project come to life.
We want them to walk away as better humans and treating each other in a digital environment and in a real environment with kindness and trying to bring each other up. They were able to do that. When they made mistakes, they corrected mistakes. They were able to come through it in a positive way.
We would hope to get more teachers including this into their actual curriculum, whether it's math, science, social studies, just bits and pieces here and there, after school clubs, and anything in between. So we're excited to see where it goes.
I'm Jeremy Affeldt, 3-time World Series champion, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
School safety is very important, and it's up to us to work together as a team to prevent bad things from happening. That is why when you see something, say something. If you see or hear about dangerous or suspicious activity which could potentially put our students, staff, or visitors in danger, you should tell an adult immediately. Make sure you tell your teacher, your principal, or your SRO, or even your parents and guardians. Just make sure you report any dangerous or suspicious activity to an adult right away. You could help save lives. If you don't feel comfortable telling an adult, you can report dangerous or suspicious activity anonymously on the See Something, Say Something link, which is on every BISD webpage, or by scanning this QR code. Your tip will go straight to the administration, who will then investigate. If we all stay alert and work as a team to report dangerous or suspicious activity, we can help keep our schools safe. Remember, if you see something,
say something.
We are about ready to start the third quarter in the second half here from Boerne ISD Stadium on the Chargers Sports Network. Brant, Freeman, Kerry, Barboza with you on the first Friday of the year, and what a Friday it has been for Cole Reha. 3 first-half touchdowns, got the scoring started on that 4-yard catch on the pass from Jordan Ballin. And then the second score for the Chargers, courtesy of Reha again, a 4-yard touchdown run, carving up that Panther defense. And then the big hitter late in the first half, 56-yard touchdown on the catch and run from Reha, following a good job of Ballin scrambling out of pressure.
And that's what he does well. He's just so mobile, and he sees him downfield wide open, busted coverage, basically a broken play. Reha just kind of found an open spot, and Ballin saw him and got the ball right to him.
You look at Cole Reha's first half, accounted for 117 yards of offense, 3 touchdowns. Boerne as a team, 205 yards of offense in the first half. And for the Panthers, 168.
I tell you, the way the game started, it looked like Reha was going to have, he was on pace for 30-something carries, and they kind of scaled him back a little bit, and he's kind of rotated in with Evan Bates, I believe, at running back. So he's been able to come out and get some rest, but he's also playing defense, so you definitely got to get him some rest when he can. But he's not having to carry that huge workload they started the game with, where he had 7 or 8 touches, or 8 touches just on that first drive.
Champion coming off a 9-win season from a year ago, and second place finish in district. Only loss then was to Alamo Heights, a program that is just 3 years removed from going 13-2 back in 2019, reaching the state semis. And now this year looking to make the postseason for a 9th straight year. A year ago reached the area round before bowing out to Liberty Hill.
That 13 wins is a district record all time. The 04 Boerne team had 12 wins, went to the state semis, but there was one less round then. Champion went to the state semis in 19 and got 13 wins.
Crew Pulliam with a kickoff to start the second half. Picked up on a bounce by Segovia at the 5. Good move. He's breaking loose. Segovia across the far sideline. And a touchdown-saving tackle is made by Arlis Addix. But a good start in the third quarter for Carlos Segovia and the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a great touchdown-saving tackle, like you said, but great return for Segovia. It looked like he was going to let it go. It took a bounce and forced him to pick it up and run it, and he made a couple nice moves, almost busted. But I tell you, Arlis is a fast guy. He might be their fastest guy. He's a track guy. He was just a spot or two away from qualifying for the state meet in the 100 dash. So he's a speed guy, and you saw that speed right there.
Luis Cisneros, 9 of 12 passing in the first half for United South. 71 yards, a touchdown and a pick. This has been Benavides on a good opening play for this Panther offense to start the third quarter.
Look, the flag came out late along the sideline. Might be a sideline warning, maybe.
Benavides, by the way, now closing in on 100 yards on the night. Last play was good for 15 yards. He's up to 88.
I think that side judge on that side, I think he threw a sideline warning against the Panthers.
First down inside the 30-yard line. Direct snap to Benavides. 2's outside, inside the 20, and finally shoved out by Tony Graves. And a big dose of Brandon Benavides to start the third quarter.
Looked like he took the snap right there. Looked like he took it Wildcat kind of a play there. And Graves with a good shot out on him at the end, but still got 9 on that one.
Team captain having a good night for the Panthers. 11 carries, 97 yards. Second and short. Only man in the backfield is Cisneros. Quick screen. Caught at the 20, inside the 15. Tiptoeing inside the 5. And Joaquin Montemayor is going to go out of bounds at the 4.
Just one of those quick plays. We've seen them run that all night. It's been pretty effective. Got some good blocks. Looked like Graves may have been held, but didn't see it. So first and goal, Panthers.
Gain of 16 yards there on the 10th completion for Luis Cisneros. Coming off a solid sophomore campaign. His junior season starting tonight. Gives it to Benavidez, who makes a cut. Second effort. Going to be stopped short of the goal line. Evan Cole and Ethan Stanley. The tackle there for Champion. But now the Panthers are hovering around the goal line.
And they've missed an extra point. So it makes you wonder if they'll chase that point if they score.
They can punch it in, that's right. Opening drive, third quarter. Benavidez able to slip his way through for the touchdown. Big return from Carlos Segovia on the opening kickoff of the third quarter. Big plays from Benavidez, and the Panthers are right back in it.
So they have 15, so it's 20-15. So if they kick it, it's going to be a four-point game. They're looking like they're not going to chase the 2 points and try to cut it to a field goal lead.
The right-footed David Diaz to make it a 4-point game. And is able to line drive it through. Opening drive, third quarter, Laredo United South making a statement. Panthers have drawn within 4 of the Chargers early in the third.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Go Chargers!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. Live music.
The Chargers preparing to take an ensuing kickoff here from the Panthers after the touchdown drive. Lightning quick. 5 plays, 44 yards in a minute, 16 seconds. And it's Brandon Benavidez on the touchdown run. And Reha able to field, check that, Colin Ryan, the kickoff, to give the Chargers their first possession of the second half. So Brandon Benavidez, the 2-yard touchdown run, now over 100 yards, 13 carries for a $101 tonight. And how will this Charger offense respond? Good first half from Jordan Ballin, 12 of 19 passing for the junior quarterback. 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. On first down, it's Reha, who with his 3 touchdown first half settles for a yard. Tackle made by Angel Rios for the Panthers.
And I think Reha is going to get as many carries as he can handle tonight. I think going forward, that you just got to try to make sure he's fresh. Colin Ryan also has seen a little bit of action in the backfield.
2nd and 9, off the play fake, Ballin eluding some pressure again. Able to tuck it away and takes a late hit. Easy throw of the flag there by the officials. They're going to get Maceo Vieira on a late hit there for the Panthers. Tack on 15 to the end of this play.
Ballin's taking quite a beating tonight. That time he's definitely out. A good foot out and got him right in the head too. So
there has already been a targeting call against the Panthers in this game. They're going to just charge Vieta with the late hit, but looking at the replay, they might have been able to get him for targeting as well. Sixth flag tonight against United South. On first down, Reha off the left side. Ryan again on the carry there for the Chargers. Good for 2.
Yeah, Ryan, he came really close to breaking that one. I mean, Esteban Gonzalez stopped him from really getting a big gainer.
Colin Ryan, as a junior last year for the Chargers, averaged better than 5 yards a carry, but low man of the totem pole with Reha and A-Rod. Here's Ballin slinging it, completes. Up to the 31-yard line for Cannon Brooks at a champion first down.
That was a good throw. That was downfield. Hadn't thrown a whole lot downfield. That time they chunked it a little bit downfield and got the first down.
20th pass attempts for Ballin tonight. And a first down for the Chargers just outside the 30. Off the play fake, being pursued again. Sideline toss. Vacuumed in by Brooks. And we're seeing Ballin respond pretty well to pressure in this game.
Yeah, he's quick. He rolls away from it. Looked like he had a couple options. He had, looks like Cannon Brooks and then Evan Bates was out there as well in that same area. So he had a couple options. He went with the shorter route, but it was probably the safer route.
It's now 5 catches for Cannon Brooks. On second down, little dump off to Brooks on that RPO play. Breaks a tackle inside the 10. Stretching out for the 5-yard line. A lot of 1-2 on that play for Cannon Brooks.
Yep, and that's Ballin's got the read option right there. He has to decide, am I going to keep it, throw it, what do I do? He has to read what the defense is doing. He sees that Brooks is open, so he makes that pass, almost a lateral pass. But Brooks does a lot of good things with it after the catch.
Good for 22 yards. Now first and goal. Here's Ballin. Pressured again. A lot of flags flying yellow all over the field. Reha sneaking inside the 5.
That's a late hit.
Ryan, beg your pardon. Again,
we got laundry all over the field.
Man with the ball there. So this is probably going to be a hold against Champion and then the personal foul against United South.
Couple late hits on this drive, if that's the call. It's a couple late hits by the Panthers.
A lot for this crew to sort out.
Yep.
2 teams combined for 8 flags in the first half. It's been a long Charger drive, aided by penalties and some big plays from Cannon Brooks. There's the hold against the Chargers as expected. And then the dead ball, personal foul, late hit against United South.
Penalties, it looks like, holding against the Chargers and a personal foul against the Panthers.
They backed him up for the hold. And then they moved it forward.
And so really, with a spot of the ball, it's a net loss for the Chargers. But it shouldn't be. It's a 10-yard offensive infraction against a 15-yard defensive infraction. How do you get -4 for the offense there?
That's what
Keith Kaiser.
That's what he wants to know too.
Trying to figure that out as well.
Well, of course, holding is a spot foul unless it was way behind the line. That's something I can figure. Seems like they'd have to move it up just a little bit.
Okay. And there's Keith Kaiser getting his explanation.
So they basically lost a yard on that play because they were at the 8 after the infractions are enforced.
So what's funny is that 2 flags, which are worth a total of 25 yards, wind up in a 1 yard
difference.
Mark off.
Yep. But it's in the wrong way. Because like you said, the Panthers is a 15-yarder.
I was told there was no math involved with our first game of the year.
Well, that's why I became a writer, so I wouldn't have to do math, but they're challenging me here.
Well, here's some math for you. It's a 4-point game. Chargers on top. Season opener. 2 teams met a year ago. A game champion won in Laredo, 24-12. As now Jose Cost gets the explanation on his side. 8:49 to go in the third quarter. A 1st and goal here for Champion. And we believe the ball spotted for the time being in the 9-yard line. How about some more math, Kerry? 11. That's the number of playoff appearances all time for this Charger program. And they have been to the postseason in 8 straight years.
Yep, they've had some pretty good runs during that time. Just a while ago, we talked about that 2019 team getting to the state semifinals, going 5 rounds and playing at Kyle Field in College Station.
Again, last year, Champion reaching the 2nd round before losing to a very good Liberty Hill Panther team.
And that's who knocked them out the year before. And they've gotten to the 2nd round all the years except for one, where they got beat by, I think, Cedar Park in the opening round at Texas State. No, not Texas State. At San Marcos High School.
So I think, Kerry, everything's been sorted out finally, and we can play football again here. So get out your pen and pad of the calculator. 15 plus 10 equals 1. 1st and goal. Ballin off the play fake. RPO play again, looking for Brooks. Last time a misfire. And a 2nd and goal.
Didn't seem like he saw him right away, but Brooks was open. Then when he tried to get it out there, just not able to connect with him.
Broke a string of 4 straight completions for Jordan Ballin. Last year, backing up Carson Kaiser, but did get some ample playing time. Completed just under 70% of his passes for more than 600 yards. On 2nd and goal, here's Ballin. Trying to set up a screen. Protection breaks down. Ballin going to take off and stood up outside the 5-yard line. Tackle made by Esteban Gonzalez in his 3rd and goal.
And Chargers are obviously in field goal range depending on what happens on this play here, but you got 3 points out and make it a 7-point lead, so.
But Champion saying, we don't want the 3, Kerry, we want the 6, and there's movement up front. And this possession's been
it's bogged down a little bit here.
Marred by penalties. This one against Champion. That'll make 3rd and goal a bit more difficult for Ballin in the offense. Ryan in the backfield. That big tight end target, Krause, lined up wide to the right. Another flag thrown, another false start against the Chargers. And Kara, you were just talking about a field goal, but if Champion doesn't gain a single yard from where they're at now, that's not a chip shot for Quinn Weiland.
Yeah, and the good thing is they got third down here to get some of that penalty yardage back, get him in a little bit closer if that's what they decide to do.
Brooks, the man in motion. Stepping up, Ballin on the run. Throws that late to the end zone and nearly picked. Looking for Krause.
He might have been past the line of scrimmage.
I believe he was.
Or they might have had men downfield thinking he was going to run.
Penalty decline.
It looked like it had two of them. They had both.
Both illegal receiver downfield and illegal forward pass. Loss of down penalty. So it's fourth down.
They won't get the third down opportunity back. So,
and this is not Weiland to attempt here for the Chargers. It's Crew Pulliam. Last year's place kicker was Will Wallace. Pulliam Weiland splitting duties this year. This a 37-yard attempt, and it is no good.
Well, they went from almost an extra point back to kind of a long field goal, and we saw both kickers at the scrimmage. So I'm sure they're just trying to figure out how they're going to work that going forward and give both a chance, but. Yeah, this drive just kind of bogged down there with all those penalties. Had 3 penalties in a row, and 3 or 4 in a row there, and just boy, kind of wasted opportunity there for the Chargers.
And so now United South building some momentum here. Last possession got a touchdown. Defense able to hold even with the Chargers getting inside the red zone, and out playing perhaps for the lead. Cisneros and the offense taking over at the 20. First play of the possession is Benavidez darting forward for 4 yards.
Looked like Goldberg got him, slowed him down. He went through that hole pretty fast. Goldberg gets a hand on him and drops him down after he gets about 4.
Goldberg along with Hayden Niemeyer for this champion defense as we hit 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Opening night here from Boerne ISD Stadium. It's been tight. Panthers and Chargers. A rematch of a non-district game last year. Benavidez, no room to his right, and then able to muscle ahead, cutting his losses for about 2. And it brings up third down.
Yeah, he did good just to get those 2 because they had that one pursued pretty well. He tried to cut back, like he tried to stop his momentum and cut back, but there was somebody coming pursuing from the backside. So he just, like you said, cut his losses and tried to power his way forward for a couple, and he got it.
In a 13-game season last year, the Panthers only played in 2 games decided by 7 points or less, and they won them both. 4 yards for a first down. This is number 4, Benavidez, and he's got the first down. A pirouette across the 30. That'll move the sticks for United South.
And we've seen when the Panthers get in third down, we know who they're going to give it to pretty much. Even and you would think would be passing downs. Benavidez is the guy that's getting the ball for him, and this time he gets the first down.
He has been a workhorse, or I guess in the Panthers' case, a work cat tonight. 16 carries for Brandon Benavidez, 113 yards. Went over the century mark 9 times last year. Cisneros, the screen is high into a lot of purple and gray. Goldberg was in the area there for the Chargers, and Cisneros lucky that wasn't picked.
Yep, kind of popped in the air. That's when you go into that tip drill mode, and almost a catch and then almost an interception.
Now you just saw Cisneros check out. David Gonzalez is back in for this kind of wildcat play here for United South. Now they'll shift this to Benavidez on the direct snap. And he's going to keep it himself for a yard. And a passing down coming up on third down for United South.
And basically, it's a wildcat, but it's just a zone read. Benavidez is the quarterback on that play. He just has to decide, am I going to keep it or hand it off? That time he has to read what the defense is doing. But he's still in there at quarterback.
Chargers held a 20-9 lead at halftime. Panthers scored quickly to start the third quarter. Defense gets a red zone stop. But now this offense faced with third down and long. Under 5 to go in the third. Cisneros steps up and throws to the sidelines. Incomplete. This should lead to a punt here for United South, and looks like Montemayor's limping his way back to the sidelines.
And I think on that previous play, I think Cisneros came out and lined up as a wide receiver. I think he just switched spots with Gonzalez. This is the first time they've actually been lined up in a punt formation, it seems like. It seems the other ones have been quick kicks for him.
Benavidez to punt. Brooks back to return for the Chargers. After a good stand by the champion defense, did it again. Short punt. Very short.
Almost blocked, really. Very fortunate it wasn't blocked.
About a 17-yard punt there. That's it for United South. And so now the Chargers, after the missed field goal in the last possession, a chance to add to this lead. With 4.5 to go until the fourth quarter.
Last possession, Chargers had a good drive going. They started their own 34. They got first and goal at the 8. Then they got third and goal at the 5. And then just kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit and went backwards and had some penalties and bogged down and missed the field goal. Let's see what they can get here, get some rhythm going here.
Champion trying to win an opener for the fourth year in a row. First down play, a read option. Ballin keeps it, makes multiple defenders miss. At a hard-earned 3 yards there for Jordan Ballin.
Ballin's a gamer. You know, he doesn't mind the contact. He's a tough kid. And you see how he's just low to the ground, just a good athlete, good center of gravity.
Last time the Chargers lost at opening night, 2018 against San Antonio Stevens. Second down, little run up the middle action here for this champion offense. That's Reha with just his second carry of the half and his third down. Quick snap to Ballin. Quick pass to Brooks. Has a block on the outside from Evan Bates. And his helmet pops off.
And there was a flag at the line of scrimmage, so Bates got to come out after that. He's going to come out for a play just to make sure he's okay. He'll get looked at.
This is a shot block against Champion. That will negate the first down play and turn this into third and very long.
It was 3rd and 2. If that incompletion would have stood, it would have been 4th and 2. The Chargers have gone for it all night in this situation. They may have. And now it's going to be 3rd and long and be about 3rd and 17 here.
3rd and 17.
Again, the Chargers between 3rd and 4th downs last year converted at a rate of 56%. But here, needing 17 yards and the Panther 41 to convert on 3rd down in this situation. Reha in the backfield. Ballin, well protected, going deep and down the sidelines, incomplete. In the direction of Evan Bates. That's going to set up 4th down.
Again, take a shot downfield. It's an incomplete, just missed him. Good job of stretching out by Bates there, trying to dive and catch it. But I like that you throw deep just to kind of keep that defense honest, stretch them out a little bit, make sure they cover deep passes, and that opens up stuff underneath for you later.
Bates had the defense beat. Pass overthrown, high snap to Brooks. Kick is away. And that will be down inside the 25 and rolling in the Chargers' favor to the 21. Just a hair over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Kerry, we said it at the beginning of the broadcast, this game would serve as a very good season-opening test for the Chargers, and so far that's played out.
Yeah, sure has, and really for both teams, good test because very equally matched team, good competitive game last year, only 12-point difference, and the biggest thing I've seen so far as opening game jitters, that type of thing, has been the snaps on some of the punts. They've been a little high, a little low, just kind of still trying to get there.
Cisneros to throw on first down. That's almost intercepted. Good play by Tony Graves. Junior able to make the play in that champion secondary-oriented second down.
Yeah, Graves read that well, came in and broke up. Got a hand up, got up in the air, breaks up that pass, and incompletion.
Chargers opening the season at home. They're on the road next week at Eagle Pass. Here's Cisneros on second down. A little run play. Is a short play there for Benavides. Third and long for this Panther offense.
Looking at 3rd and 8 are the Panthers, and generally 3rd and 8, you would think it's a pass, but they've gone to Benavides quite a bit on 3rd and long, so let's see what they do here.
Panthers play their home opener next week against a team Kerry and I saw last night, Corpus Christi Flower Bluff. 3rd and 8, Chargers bring a blitz. It's picked up. Cisneros looking for a block to the outside, slung out right at the sticks at the 31.
Got a good block over here that sprung him. Got him those extra 2 or 3 yards, but looks like there's a hold, so it may not matter, but I think it would have been right on the marker. They would have had the measure, I think, but it's not going to matter.
And that crew has been very busy in this third quarter.
Boy.
The officiating crew. 2 teams, 7 combined flags since halftime. And it turns a possible conversion or 4th and 1 into 3rd and 18. Work cut out for Cisneros in the offense, and they go short and incomplete. Looking for Diaz. And again, this Boerne defense able to stand strong. And a chance to flip the field now.
Yeah, and you know, you think about the defense, they came out, they kind of got gashed by the Panthers on that opening drive of the quarter, but since then, this will be the second punt they forced, if they do indeed punt. And like you said, a chance at a short field, but although they don't have anybody back.
The quarterback, Cisneros, still out there. Direct snap, though, to Benavides. Gets it away. And the next Charger drive will start at the Panthers' 48.
Chargers weren't convinced they were going to punt necessarily since the quarterback's out there. And that's really smart because it keeps the defense from putting a return man back there. And you take your chance when you do that, when you don't have a return man. If the ball rolls funny for you, you take a chance of losing some yards.
Reha in the backfield on this first down play. RPO again here for the Chargers, and Brooks with a head of steam takes it inside the 40. On a good first down play.
good read by Ballin. He sees wide open Brooks, gets it to him, and gets 7 on it.
7 catches now tonight for Brooks. Ballin harassed again. Little pump fake action there by Ballin, and then the Panthers go low and late. Fernando Bernal, one of the captains on this defense, a late hit will tack on 15 more. This will be the third 15-yard penalty of the game against United South.
And I believe they've all happened against Ballin on the late hits. He had the one on the sideline. He had that one there. So he's kind of taking a pounding tonight, but he pops back up every time.
Already one ejection of a Panther player, Eduardo Salazar, back in the first half, and they will eject another.
Yeah, that was a shot to the head. So
Bernal, a senior, more than 50 tackles a year ago, was done for the Knights. So 2 of the captains on the defense no longer available for the Panthers. Ray Trevino was out coming into the game, and now they lose Bernal, while also losing Salazar. So this defense thinning out with the game winding down. Final minute of the third. Motion from Cameron Logan. The swing to him. Logan taking it back inside. Got a good block from Brooks. Up to the 15-yard line for 6 yards.
Moves up to the 15. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice catch by Logan there. Makes a nice move back inside, gets some extra yards, gets about 5 yards on that play. First catch, I believe, for him.
And Ballin has now hit 6 different receivers tonight, as the officials call for a timeout on the field.
And play clock was probably going to run out, and we were going to go into the fourth quarter, but or the game clock was going to run down. They don't. If they start the clock right now, they don't have to snap the ball. The Chargers don't. They can just let the quarter run.
Champion, very good at home last year, 5-1.
2nd down and 5.
Opening up the season at home this year. Here's the blitz and the pressure. Ballin evades it again. Pumps and throws to a man wide open for the touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Ballin again on the scramble, makes a play, and the Chargers late in the third quarter expand their lead.
I think that was Cameron Logan. I couldn't see who made the catch.
Now, flag was thrown, and that was Logan. Did not have a catch all game before this drive. 2 big ones, and the play's going to stand. 3rd touchdown pass tonight for Jordan Ballin. And out for the point after, Pulliam. Looking to put the Chargers on top by 11. And the point after is right through the pipes. 27-16. Champion on top. And again, this is a non-district game, but only 2 more remaining for the Chargers as they venture into a large 17-12 5A district. A new district for them as we look at their new district mates. Smithson Valley, a perennial contender, the 6A level, moving down to the 5A after realignment. Canyon, out of New Braunfels, Seguin, San Antonio MacArthur, a team the Chargers blew out a year ago. Wagner, who's been very good over the past 4 years. Hayes and Lehman both out of the Hayes area.
some new faces there, some old faces as well. They've been in the district with Seguin quite a bit over the years.
Meanwhile, for the Chargers, somebody other than Cole Rehoff finally finds the end zone. It's Cameron Logan.
Logan, he did a good job just running along that back route. He was open, and then he ran past the defense, and Valen saw him and hit him in the corner. It was just a good job by Logan, just sticking with the play and running his route, finishing all the way to the corner.
And now Jordan Ballard approaching 200 yards passing on the night. Pulliam's kickoff. Picked up at the 20. Gonzalez got hammered at the 25. Another good special teams play made by Arliss Addix. And there's time for one more play in this third quarter.
Arliss is just like we said, he's a speed guy. He's got a lot of speed, so you're going to see him a lot on the kickoffs and punt return just because he saved that touchdown earlier.
A Boerne defense having to replace some star players on that side of the football from a year ago. Brendan Holland, the team's top tackler. In fact, the top 10 tacklers from last year's team, all gone. A lot of new parts on that side of the football. Final play, third quarter, is Benavidez bouncing it to his left, trying to turn the corner, but got cut off by guess who? Addix again. The Chargers a late third quarter score, and as a result, a 2-possession lead as we head to the final quarter here from Boerne ISD Stadium. Back after this on the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Go Chargers!
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker.
3 quarters in the books, 1 to go here on opening night from Boerne ISD Stadium. Band's into it. Cell phone lights are on. Friday night lights on as well. I guess that has a new meaning in the year 2022. First play of the quarter is a Benavidez run just short of the first down.
You mentioned that district schedule. Big district, like you said, that doesn't leave them a whole lot of non-district games. So this is about getting better, and Coach Kaiser felt like tonight this would help them get ready for district. It'd be a good competitive game, and it has been.
Third and short, Benavidez up the middle. Bolts across the 45, bounces inside of midfield. Flying down the sidelines, Benavidez finally sent out at the 22-yard line. It's a 42-yard run on the 20th carry tonight for Brandon Benavidez.
Yeah, he tapped out. He said, I need a break, guys. He tapped his helmet and said, I need my backup to come in for me. He's been the workhorse. He's a special player for them, obviously. And
20 carries, 166 yards for Benavidez. And again, as you said, Kerry finally calls out, and they bring in Ramiro Quintana in his place. Off the play fake, Cisneros rolls, throws, complete to the sidelines. No, the ball got jarred loose by Andrew Simmons, and it's ruled incomplete, 2nd and 10.
It looked like Gonzalez had it, but gets his hands on it. Well, no, not really. Just kind of came through. Took a pretty good shot, though, by Simmons. And it's humid out there. Ball's sticky. Ball's probably a little wet from some of the sweat. I know they try to keep them dry, but it's a humid night.
81 degrees here from the Hill Country. Gonzalez on the Wildcat play. Got to keep it himself as Quintana takes a shot. And there goes Gonzalez. Down to the 5-yard line. Late flag is in. Came near the end of the play.
You know, Aaron Brown did a really good job of almost busting up that play. He got in that backfield, hit the quarterback, but running back gets away and gets a big gainer.
Gain of 17 for Gonzalez. And now we see Benavidez back in that backfield for the Panthers. He'll take it, and he's going to take this into the end zone with a couple of Chargers on his back. Big try there for Brandon and Benavidez. And the Panthers still fighting their way to stay in the game.
Still chasing, though. Champions had to lead the whole game, and see the good run by Benavidez there.
Second touchdown run of the night for Brandon Benavidez. Up to 171 yards. Point after, though, no good. And with 10:55 to go in this one, it's the Chargers 27, the Panthers 22 on the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Director of Communications for Boerne ISD. This is the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen.
It's been a back and forth second half. Panthers a couple of touchdowns. The Chargers one of their own. It's back down to a one-score game. Fourth quarter, barely a minute old as Diaz sends a kickoff to the 15-yard line. And this is Logan, who had the last touchdown for the Chargers. And he's gang tackled just outside the 25-yard line.
Game's kind of followed a familiar pattern here, and you see the kickoff return by Logan. Sets him up a pretty good spot at the 28 or so. Champions had the lead the whole game. They get up double digits. Then Laredo United scores, cuts it to single digits. And then Champion scores double digits. So far that string has held true. No one's been able to break that cycle so far.
27-22 as the Chargers take over. Short of their own 30-yard line. Off the play action screen to the far side of the field, and this guy's become a pretty important play in this game now. As Cameron Logan, or check that, Evan Bates on the catch. That'll do the sticks for Champion.
And Champion, you see, as does the fake handoff. Bates with it breaks a couple tackles, gets a first down there for the Chargers.
First catch of the night for Evan Bates. This is a low throw and incomplete for Griffin Jones. There is a flag of the play back in the backfield where Ballin threw the pass. Roughing the passer, and yet another 15-yard flag against his Panther defense involving the quarterback, Jordan Ballin.
Well, he's first in the whirlpool tonight because
93 yards of penalties against United South, 60 of those on 4 infractions alone. From the 42, Ballin dumps it off on the little swing play. And there's Cannon Brooks spilling over as he goes airborne. And it has the champion first down.
He looked like he was shot out of a cannon that time, the way he leaped forward.
Eight catches, 89 yards for Cannon Brooks. Ballin over 200 yards passing. It's been a good offensive night for the Chargers. There's so many offensive parts to replace from a year ago. Ballin on first down. Looking, firing deep, and he's got a man inside the 5. Griffin Jones, a touchdown for the Chargers on a beautiful ball from Jordan Ballin. With yet, though, another flag on the play, back at the 42-yard line, and this one's coming back. A hold against Champion. Takes a 32-yard touchdown strike from Ballin to Jones off the board.
And the thing I liked about that play is they threw downfield. We talked about them throwing the short stuff a lot. And they go downfield. The man was open, just had a penalty that kind of wiped it out there.
Flags have certainly told a story in this game, especially in the second half. Here's Ballin being pressured again. He's handled this well all night as he throws a dart to Brooks. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he got the penalty yardage back, and talking about the night that Ballin is having, he's very smart with the ball. He's made good decisions. He hasn't tried to force anything. If something's not there, he'll just run it. He real protected that ball real well tonight.
It is 2nd and 10, by the way, not second and the rare 42 to go.
That was quite a penalty.
As Ryan takes it for a yard. It's day one for the scoreboard operator as well.
Apparently.
Haven't seen as much of Reha in the second half as we did in the first.
Yeah, and he's out there. I think they're just trying some other things and getting other guys involved, and he's not out there right now, but he's been out there pretty consistently.
3rd and 7. Ballin, protection breaks down. Working on his feet again, reversing field, being pursued. Throws that off the hands of a man at the 15-yard line. Was looking for Evan Bates, just off his fingertips at his 4th down.
Well, how about this scramble by Ballin? Just look at him. He goes to one side of the field, stops, reverses direction, goes the other way, sees a man.
Jose Pineda and Roel Cavazos saw the pressure for United South. And the Chargers keep the offense out, needing 7 for a first down. Here's the blitz. Ballin pressured once more. To his right, Ballin throws that one to nobody. And so a turnover on downs, and United South will get possession and a chance Kerry to take their first lead with 8:09 to go in the 4th quarter.
Now that pass, I'd like to see Jordan just throw that, because it's 4th down. You throw an interception. It's kind of like a punt if you throw it deep enough. You're going to give them the ball back anyway, so why not take a shot? Maybe you draw an interference. Maybe you get the completion. So,
meanwhile, how big is that holding flag looking right now, negating a touchdown pass, and the Chargers wind up without any points on that possession.
Wow.
Good play design. Back to Benavidez. If Cisneros hits him in stride, he could still be running.
Yep, and it was the pressure that forced him to throw kind of off his back foot. He sees Benavidez, but he's got to throw it, so you see him just kind of take a step and throw, and like you said, if he hits him in stride.
Under 8 to go, 4th quarter, 5-point Charger lead, but Champion playing for a stop. Here come the Panthers just inside of midfield. This is Benavidez off the left side and eventually lassoed by Evan Cole, and it's second down. 22 carries now for Brandon Benavidez.
Two really good running backs we've seen tonight.
Benavidez and Reha. Maybe one of the reasons why we haven't seen a lot of Reha on offense. He's been out there so much on defense.
Yeah, he's out there right now.
And at linebacker, Benavidez off the left side, making defenders miss, and he's out of bounds into Charger territory at the 44. 9 more yards for Benavidez, up to a $184 in the night. And here comes United South.
Still a lot of time in this quarter, just over 7 minutes, so long way to go here.
And Benavidez getting a well-deserved breather.
He's first in the whirlpool when they get back, and Jordan is first in the whirlpool when Chargers get back to campus.
On first down, Quintana spelling Benavidez. He's spilled over by Goldberg after a gain of 3 as we are now inside of 7 minutes to go on opening night. Chargers trying to win an opening night for a 4th straight year. Panthers trying to spoil the home opener. Each team 9 wins a year ago. High quality football on opening night here in the Hill Country. On the zone read, nowhere to go this time for Cisneros. Hayden Niemeyer, along with Gage Goldberg, make the play. It is 3rd down and 10.
And Chargers have done, the defense has done a good job of forcing Laredo United South into a lot of 3rd and longs tonight. Sometimes they've been able to convert, sometimes they haven't, but they put them in some tough spots offensively.
Benavidez back into the game. He's lined up at receiver, the bottom of your screen. Here comes some Charger pressure. Quick screen, caught by Segovia, slips a tackle, crawling ahead as a flag is in as the play was developing. He was short of the first down, but this might come back anyway.
He kind of did that pogo stick with the arm. He kind of propelled himself forward, but yeah, it looks like it's going to come back. It would have been pretty close. They would have made an interesting 4th down call, but
again, a good showing here from Boerne ISD Stadium. Saw a good one last night. A 3-point game won by the Greyhounds. 35-32 over Flower Bluff. Got a 5-point game here past the halfway point of the 4th quarter. The Chargers need Panthers need the Charger 34 into traffic. Almost intercepted by Cool. Was looking for Benavidez. And with 4th down and 17, now the docket here for the Panthers, they'll likely punt.
We're playing safety out there, does a good job reading that, comes over, breaks it up, almost had a chance at an interception. Just a lot of traffic on that play.
Again, with the quarterback out there, no returner back deep. Champion. This will be direct to Benavidez, and it may have been tipped. Or no, able to get it away with Goldberg almost getting a block. And the ball is going to be down at the 23-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the game here, Kerry, and maybe a game-defining drive in possession coming up for Champion.
Yeah, they would feel a lot better about this game if that last touchdown had stuck and not taken off the board because of the penalty. They'd be up double digits, right? It's not just a 5-point game, so Panthers have not led, but a late score, if Chargers don't score any more, can give them the first lead of the game.
Champion was 4-1 in non-district last year. United South was 1-3. And here's a quick completion and over 100 yards now on the Knights. Is Cannon Brooks on his 10th catch at a first down for the Chargers.
First down, Chargers.
16-yard pickup at 115 yards receiving now for Cannon Brooks.
Good run after the catch. He got about 10 yards after that catch, got that first down, and chance for the Chargers to burn some clock here. They're not in a hurry. The chains were set, so the clock has started, so they're just kind of taking their time trying to burn this last 4:30 off the clock.
Angel Guerra had the tackle there for the Panthers. Ballin on the keeper. Another RPO play. Bates was able to bring it down inbounds, but there was a flag. This is against Champion.
And that time they let the play clock get down to 3 before they snapped it. Like I said, just trying to kill some clock here.
The illegal receiver downfield, the official infraction there against Champion. 8 flags against the Chargers, 10 against United South.
But if you take the penalty, you give Chargers a down back, so they're going to have some chance to kill some more time right here.
And there have been some big offensive plays in this game wiped out because of self-inflicted wounds. 1st and 15, Ballin to throw. High but reeled in by Griffin Jones, who makes a move. Griffin Jones putting on the Jets. Tiptoes out of bounds. Just outside the 30-yard line. Good run after catch for the senior wideout.
And Griffin Jones, watch the nice move he gets. He just reverses course there, and he gets by everybody. Kind of sticks his foot in the ground and cuts it outside and gets that first down. Gives them some breathing room now.
They'll say he stepped out of the 40-yard line after a 26-yard gain. Ballin, Brooks, trying to stay in bounds, hits the B button, shifting inside. And what athleticism shown off there by Cannon Brooks.
And what a smart play by Brooks, knowing they want to keep the clock going. He does a little jump cut, cuts back into play, stays in bounds, and keeps the clock going.
Is that the B button? Or is it the square? Circle? Depending on which game console you have, right?
Yeah.
Game clock ticking inside of 3:20 to go in the 4th. Could be a game-sealing drive for the Chargers. Ballin to the air. Deep. Got a man, but overthrew Griffin Jones. And that will stop the clock with 3:12 left and a big 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, they're trying to eat the clock that time. Just take a shot downfield. That's something I know they want to get better at is stretching that defense, hitting that long ball. But what it does do right now is it stops the clock and helps the Panthers a little bit.
Big play in the drive was the 26-yard hookup to Jones. Ballin, more than 260 yards passing. He's up to 35 pass attempts. This is 36th. It's caught by Reha, but the Panthers, the gang tackle right at the point of attack. Stop of the play made by Jarek Ramirez. Also there on defense, Miguel Zuniga. 4th down.
Well, I think what the Chargers are going to do is let the play clock get down to about 1 and then call a timeout and talk about what they want to do here.
4th and 4.
If they do what Kerry is proposing, that will bring the clock down to about 2:24 remaining in the 4th quarter. I would say decision time, but I think the decision is easy. You're way too far for a field goal, maybe too close for a punt. The 4 yards could potentially win you the game here. I'd say you go for it.
Yeah, and situation like this, you got an athlete like Jordan Ballin who you can roll out of the pocket. You can kind of give him a couple different options, that run pass option, that RPO, and see what he can do out there. So I don't think you limit yourself to one particular play. I think you run a play if you do go for it where you have a couple different options for the quarterback.
Chargers, their first called timeout of the half. They have 2 left. United South has all 3. This after the game we saw last night. Of the 12 available timeouts, 11 were taken. It's been a very competitive second half. It was a 20-9 Charger lead at halftime. But a couple of Benavides touchdown plays for the Panthers sandwiched around a Cameron Logan touchdown catch has made it a 1-score game, 27-22, with just 2:23 remaining.
Yeah, if you're the Chargers, you're not comfortable with that 5-point lead because, yeah, the Panthers have struggled a little bit with extra points. They've missed 2, but a touchdown gives you the lead without even an extra point. So, Chargers, I'm sorry, they would like to really, even if they get a field goal, just making an 8-point game, that put a little bit more pressure on the Panthers.
Out of the timeout. Offense stays out there for Coach Keith Kaiser. 4 yards for a first down. Ballin looking for Brooks. Has the catch, has the move, but not enough moves. And the Panthers get a stop at a turnover on downs. And the game will be decided on this next possession for United South with 2:16 left.
Well, they've got all 3 of their timeouts. There's a little 2-minute warning in high school, obviously, but they still have 3 timeouts. So,
how much gas is left in the tank for Keith Kaiser's defense? They've spent a lot of time with the field here in the second half. Cisneros trying to engineer a game-winning drive. 2:16 to go. His big weapon, Benavides, in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Benavides up to the 41. Good start to the drive. United South on a gain of 8.
They're in a little hurry up here trying to get everybody situated. Not going to huddle up.
Under 2 minutes to go. Benavides sweeping to his left. First down yardage across the 45-yard line. Will stop the clock for a moment to move the sticks.
You ask how much gas does the Chargers defense, how much gas does Benavides have? He's been a workhorse tonight. He's still got a lot in the tank, and I think you're gonna see him get a lot of touches on this drive, trying to get the ball further downfield.
25 carries so far for Benavides. Screen thrown into a lot of traffic. And the tackle was made right away by Tony Graves after the catch by Gonzalez. So not really much of anything there for the Panthers other than stopping the clock.
Yeah, he was trying to, after that catch, he was just trying to get out of bounds just to keep the clock from running. It looked like he was able to do that. Saves them a timeout.
What's looming pretty big right now for the Panthers, 2 missed extra points.
Yeah, because they'd be in field goal range if they'd made both of those.
Second down and 10. Here's the blitz. Here's Benavides slicing his way up the middle. Niemeyer the tackle, and a timeout is spent by Jose Cost and the Panthers with 1:27 to go after a 6-yard gain.
And you mentioned those 2 extra points that Laredo United South missed. Well, if they were only playing for 3, they could play for a tie and then try to send it to overtime. They don't have that option now. You don't have a 5-point play in football, so they have to get into the end zone, so they have to go the length. So,
a reminder about our next telecast of Chargers football coming up on CSN 2 weeks from tonight, when champion hosts Canyon Lake and the Hawks out of Class 4A. September 9th at 7 p.m. start here on the Chargers Sports Network. And that game will serve as the 3rd and final non-district game for the Chargers before starting 12 5A play the following week. Biggest 3rd down of the game. 3rd and 4. Empty backfield for Cisneros. Direct snap to make it Gonzalez. And Gonzalez may have had the first down initially, but because he went back, he's short.
Yep, didn't get it. I think he thought he had it. And 4th and 1, and you don't really want to burn back-to-back timeouts here, but you still got over a minute, so you're okay if you're the Panthers. Well, they're going to burn back-to-back. They didn't want to have to do that, but they weren't lined up. That was another thing.
Boy, again, that initial effort there from Gonzalez, you thought he had the first down, tried to reverse his field, and that was a costly yard, not just because he didn't convert, but now you have to spin that timeout.
And he probably just lost sight of where he was on the field and where the markers were. If he'd have just fallen forward, he probably would have gotten the first down and stopped the clock. And see, this is one thing I like about Coach Kaiser. He's letting Blaine Ellis, the defensive coordinator, handle this. He walked away. You're my defensive guy. You're going to call the plays. So you make the calls. I'm going to sit here and let you do your thing. He lets his assistants coach.
Again, a defense that lost its top 10 tacklers from a year ago. But good leadership out there for the Chargers. Robert Vargas, Hayden Niemeyer, both captains on this defense.
Sawyer Boley, big part of that team last year, but hadn't been able to suit up, so hoping to get him back later.
4th down, yard to go, and now United South down to 1 timeout remaining.
This is the ball game, folks.
Wildcat play for the Panthers. Low snap, and the Chargers win it on a low snap. Benavides fell on it, and that's how the first game of the season goes for Boerne Champion. Heartbreak for the Panthers, but the Chargers will take it.
It's got to hurt if the Panthers slow. The snap was just low, and instead of falling on it, you can't really go down and get it, because even if they recover it, it's going to be their ball. Or if you recover it, it's still going to be their ball. So I don't think you try to fall on that. You try to pick it up and make something happen. But just a bad snap, just bad luck right there for them. Just a bad break, and this should do it for the Chargers. They only have to run. They can only stop. Laredo United can only stop at one time.
And again, you go back to that critical 3rd down play in which David Gonzalez had the first down with his initial move, then went back, cost the Panthers the conversion and the timeout, but failing to convert, leading to a 4th down attempt that the Panthers cannot convert.
And this is a game for both teams. It's about getting better and getting you ready for district. And I think we saw that for both teams. We saw both teams kind of struggle a little bit at times, but both teams kind of found some rhythm. And the one thing Coach Kaiser said, it's about getting our young guys some experience tonight, which they did. And then he's also said, and it's about to see, this is about getting us ready for district, and this will be a good game to get us ready. And I think it was. They got tested tonight. They had to play all the way to the final minute, basically. And, you think of a couple plays here and there, we could still be playing.
Some of the highlights for Champion tonight: Cole Reha, more than 120 yards of total offense, 3 touchdowns, all coming in the first half, as Coach Kaiser calls for his 3rd and final timeout. Jordan Ballin throwing for more than 260 yards and tossing 3 touchdown passes. And how about Cannon Brooks, Cannon Brooks, busy night at receiver, 12 catches, 124 yards of his own. And so the offense having to replace Carson Kaiser, Alex Rodriguez, and Ryan Brandon. Looking good 1 game into the year. Kneel down taken by Ballin. Panthers not calling for that 3rd and final timeout, assuming they don't call one following the next snap. We should need just 1 more kneel down to wrap things up here.
I don't know why they would.
Ballin the kneel down.
And the Chargers take the knee again.
Panthers no timeout.
And that'll do it.
And the teams will meet at midfield.
The champion Chargers.
Two competitive football games at Boerne ISD Stadium kick off the 2022 season. Both the Hounds and the Chargers victorious. Champion takes it tonight over United South 27-22 as they win their season opener for a fourth consecutive year.
Good win for the Chargers, and like I said, the big thing that Coach Kaiser wanted them is to get better. Of course you want to win. Obviously you want to win the opening game. As you see Reha in one of his touchdowns tonight. Had a really strong first half. Saw him a little bit more on defense in that second half, but he's such a good athlete. You got to try to use him when you can and also give him rest. There's this rushing touchdown.
Well, Kerry, a fun way to start the year, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
High school football, welcome back to 2022. For Kerry Barboza, and on behalf of our entire WIC Productions crew and the Chargers Sports Network, I'm Brant Freeman saying good night from Boerne High School, where the Chargers knock off United South 27-22 from Boerne ISD Stadium.